Hello everyone, welcome to Real Class. My name is M.A. Ido. I'll be your tutor in the course of this lecture. Now, this is use of English and we are starting with a very powerful topic known as collocation. Words are said to collocate with the others if they are always found together. All right? Now, these words that you find here, they always go with each other. That's why they are said to collocate. All goes with that. Learn goes with by heart. Quote goes with offhand. Now, let's see how they use them in English. For example, you cannot say, I heard all what you said, as many persons do say. I heard all what you said is not correct. All goes with that. So you have, I heard all that you said. I heard all that you said. It means all goes with that. So both all and that collocates. So we check learn. Learn always goes with by heart. Learn goes with by heart. So you learn a particular thing by heart, not off head. All right? For example, he learns the poem by heart, not off head. There is no English like off head. He learns the poem by heart. So learn goes with by heart by means of collocation. Then you check quotes. You quote offhand. Again, you don't quote off head. You quote offhand. Anytime you see quotes, it normally will go with offhand. The pastor quoted the Bible offhand. The pastor quoted the Bible offhand because he already learnt it by heart. You see? Now we check no sooner. Anytime you see no sooner, it usually goes with than. Again, anytime you see no sooner, it must go with than. No sooner had the vehicle started than we had a flat tire, not when we had a flat tire. No sooner had the vehicle started than we had a flat tire. So anytime, that means it's not been long we started the journey when the vehicle started to develop, bad tires or so. Now, no sooner again is said to collocate with than. Then we check hardly had. If no sooner in English collocates with than, hardly had does not collocate or go with than, it goes with when. Although it has similar meaning with no sooner, but it must collocate with when. Hardly had we begun the journey than we had a flat tire is not correct. But hardly had we begun the journey when we had flat tire. Hardly had we begun the journey when we had flat tire. So don't forget, hardly had goes with when, while no sooner goes with than. Then barely had has the same meaning as hardly had. We had barely started the exam, or barely had we started the exam when the result was announced. Barely had we started the exam when the result was announced. All right? We now check the other one, which is hardly, or you can call it hardly had, the same thing. We had hardly started the exam. We had hardly started the exam when the principal came in. When the principal came in. Hardly goes with when, therefore. So we talk about prone to. Prone to, that means easily affected by. Now, HIV patients are prone to all forms of diseases. HIV patients are prone to all forms of diseases. That means they are easily affected by all forms of disease. Prone, therefore, goes with to. All right. Then we check commits to make sure you put something in. Commit to. For example, if you are told to know a particular thing, whether you like it or not, then the right English to use is commit. Our principal told us to commit everything to memory. Our principal told us to commit everything to memory. That means we must memorize and know everything that he has told us to know. Then we talk about prefer, to like something more than the other. So anytime you use prefer, don't use than. Prefer does not go with what? Than. I prefer orange than banana. It's not correct. But I prefer orange to banana. What does that mean? Anytime you use prefer, get ready to use the, word to or the preposition to. That's what collocates with prefer. Then you have heading. Many persons are not aware of this. They will tell you, I'm heading to Benin. I'm heading to Benin. It's not correct. You head for a particular place. I am heading for Benin, not I am heading to Benin. I am heading for Benin. So anytime you use heading, just know the word that collocates with it is for. So when you are using this anywhere, either by means of spoken English, on your letter writing or essay, be careful because examiners always penalize students. Then you talk about sleep. Many persons do say they want to sleep on bed. You don't sleep on bed, but you sleep in bed. You sleep in bed. The word sleep normally goes with in. So you can tell anybody, last night I slept in bed, not I slept on bed. However, you can do every other activities on bed. Like last night I prayed on bed. Last night I ate on bed, but you must sleep in bed. Then you talk about shots. Shots, that's past tense of shoot, should go with in. The arm robber was shot on the head. It's not correct. You don't shoot somebody on the particular part of the body. You shoot in that particular part of the body. The arm robber was shot in the head. The same thing goes with stab. He was stabbed in the back. He was stabbed in the back. All right? So you don't stab somebody on the back or at the back. Shot, stab, both of them go with in. Then you talk about charged. The word charged goes with. All right? You don't charge somebody of a crime. He was charged of a particular crime. It's not correct. The armed robber was charged with the crime. All right? Charged with. But if it is convicted, you convict somebody of a particular crime. He was convicted of murder. He was convicted of murder, not convicted with murder. All right? And the last but not the least there is congratulations. Congratulations does not go with for. Congratulations for your wedding. It's not correct. Congratulations go with, or goes with the word on. Congratulations on your wedding, not for your wedding. And that's that. In our next class, we shall look at another powerful topic.